Hello everyone, welcome back to another stimulus check update. Drop a like on the video, I would really appreciate it. And I am running a $50 Amazon gift card giveaway. The winner will be announced next Sunday. And if you guys do want to enter, subscribe and leave a comment down below. And let's go ahead and get into the update.
Today, we can proudly say that in addition to the 150 million shots in arms, we have successfully sent over 150 million relief checks to the American people. The fourth batch of the economic impact payments from the American Rescue Plan totals more than 25 million payments, which brings the total dispersed so far to more than 156 million payments, totaling $372 billion since the plan was signed into law less than a month ago. The largest block of these latest payments went to Social Security beneficiaries who didn't file a 2020 or 2019 tax return and didn't use the non-filers tool last year, which is consistent with our view that it would be more challenging. The easiest would be those who had information that the IRS had, and it would become more challenging. So this is a more challenging group, but this is certainly good news. Within 2 weeks of the American Rescue Plan becoming law, the IRS and Treasury had started dispersing 170 million payments. At a similar point during the first round of economic impact payments authorized a year ago, the first payments had yet to be completed. So just to give you a point of comparison. It's also important to note, and I know there's been some coverage of this, the IRS has been consistently underfunded, with 20,000 fewer staff available to help Americans. That's over the last 10 years, 20,000 fewer. And our commitment is also to working on this problem and hiring more personnel at the IRS. The President's Rescue Plan secured an additional $1.5 billion to help the IRS get out checks and modernize. And we are pleased that since the beginning of this administration, the inherited backlog of 2019 returns has been cut in half.
So we're gonna go ahead and talk about what's behind the latest push for the fourth stimulus check. The IRS has issued 156 million payments in the third round of stimulus aid, with 25 million people this week in line to receive the check. But some lawmakers are pushing for a fourth round of stimulus aid that would effectively send recurring payments until the end of the pandemic. So far, the federal response to the economic crisis caused by the pandemic has delivered $3,200 to each eligible adult, $1,200 via the Coronavirus Aid Relief and Economic Security Act in March 2020, $600 in December, and $1,400 under the American Rescue Plan signed in March. Despite that financial assistance, millions of Americans remain in the financial stress, with about 4 in 10 people saying their income remains below pre-pandemic levels, according to a recent survey from financial services firm TransUnion. Unemployment remains elevated, especially in low-wage industries such as food services and hospitality, where demand is still lagging amid rising coronavirus rates. For many people, in short, the latest round of checks may not last long, an issue that is on the minds of many Americans who continue to struggle with joblessness and a weak labor market. 21 senators, all Democrats, signed a March 30 letter to Mr. Biden in support of recurrent stimulus payments, pointing out that the $1,400 payment being distributed by the IRS won't tide people over for long. Almost 6 in 10 people say the $1,400 payment set to be included in the rescue package will last them less than 3 months, the senators wrote in the letter. While the letter doesn't specify how large the payments the senators are seeking, a separate effort from Democratic lawmakers in January pushed for $2,000 monthly checks until the end of the pandemic. Instead, the American Rescue Plan authorized $1,400 for each eligible adult and dependent. So far, people who have received the third round of stimulus payments said they're using most of the funds to pay down debt or sock away the money in savings, according to a new analysis from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. That could indicate that people are using the money to whistle down debt they incurred during the pandemic, as well as to build up an emergency fund in case of another shock. Still, many people said they planned to spend their stimulus funds on basics. Food and housing costs were cited as the top two uses of the third check, following savings, according to a February poll from Bloomberg. So as you can see from this article, people still need another stimulus check. 6 in 10 people say that the payment will last them less than 3 months. Some top economists have called for more direct aid to Americans. More than 150 economists, including former Obama administration economist Jason Furman, signed a letter last year that argued that recurring direct stimulus payments lasting until the economy recovers. Although the economy is improving, including a surge in hiring last month, millions of people continue to suffer from reduced income and have not been able to tap government aid programs. Only 4 in 10 jobless workers actually received unemployment aid, according to a March study from economist Eliza Forsyth. Many people never applied for unemployment benefits because they did not think they were eligible, while others may have given up due to the long waits and other issues. So after going through the rest of the article, it seems like recurring payments, and this is what every other article is saying as well, are not likely, but a one-time payment is definitely likely in the future, but it is going to be toward like the second half of this year, like toward October, when they can use budget reconciliation again. Let me know down below in the comment section how likely do you guys think there is of there being another stimulus check. In my opinion, I think there is. I never thought that there would be a third one, and there was a third one. And now before I do end the video, a lot of people have been commenting about changes for Social Security recipients, and I want to go ahead and go over the latest update. So the Social Security Administration announced beneficiaries will receive a 1.3% cost living adjustment for monthly benefits payable in 2021. For the average retired worker, the increase is about $20 a month. Now, a lot of people are kind of upset by this. It's a really small increase. It's even smaller than the one in 2020. The Social Security taxable earning base increased to 142,000 in 2021. There are about 178 million people, working people, paying this combined 7.65% payroll tax. Again, it seems like people are just kind of upset that the increase was only by 1.3% and only $20 a month. I mean, that is very small. They should really make it a lot more. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this quick update. There is a big push behind a fourth stimulus check. A lot of big names in Congress like Bernie Sanders, like AOC, are pushing for recurrent stimulus checks, and these people really do have a big voice. Whether you like them or not, they have a big voice, and another stimulus check is actually rather likely. Again, recurrent stimulus checks are not likely in my opinion, and every article does say this, but a one-time payment is actually likely in the future. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Drop a like if you have, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.